Welcome to the cave. Keith Anthony Blanchard here, Yanava. I'm a spiritual teacher, best-selling author, radio show host, quantum mechanical field healer. Big old title, and it sounds cool, doesn't it? Nah, I'm just the guy next door. Really. I have all these accolades. Doesn't really mean anything. It creates cookies. Everybody likes cookies, so people collect for cookies. Well, I got some cookies for you tonight. We're going to be talking about disease into healing. Dis-ease. Notice I did not spell out the word disease. I called it dis-ease for a reason. Look at this banner. Dis-ease into ease. It's not a simple play on words or a simple play on an idea by splitting disease into a dis-ease. And it's not. It is hardcore fact, scientific fact. Stress in the body. Stress. The body will take the toll. When I ask for it, please always follow my instructions. It makes it easier on me and everyone else. It makes it fair. Thank you, Leanne. Let's get down to some business. I love acknowledging people. People love being acknowledged. I like being acknowledged. Why do you think I do what I do? It gives me joy. It gives me validation. People say, well, you shouldn't be looking for validation, Mr. Spiritual Teacher. I want validation. I love it. I eat it up like a sandwich with mayonnaise on it. It constantly reminds me I'm on the right track and I am living my passion and I'm living my purpose. And people's joy and response to the work that I do says, keep doing that. And it humbles me. So tonight we're going to be going into the cave very deep. Follow my instruction. When I ask for it, I want you to share with me. If you choose, I intuitively, I know you, even if you're a first timer. I will read what you post or ask or share. More importantly, I will read everything in between what you don't say. And I will know how to respond without violating what's your personal business. Unless you just boldly, which I invite. Dear Lord, I invite that you just come in here and just share what is happening with you, where you are in the process, if you are anywhere at all. And your vulnerability, being vulnerable in front of people, you automatically get my respect and acknowledgement. Because that is saying, I want some healing, y'all, and I want everybody to know about it. That's courage. That's going into the cave from slave to brave. Let's acknowledge everyone. Poriwa Pri Hapakuku. My sister Kathy is in the house. Hi, Kathy. Robert, what a generous, loving man he is to me. Abigail. Jason. Tammy Soudier. What's up, Tammy Soudier? Patty. What's up, Patty? Patty. Tammy's in the house. Tammy. Patty's in the house. Rena. Let me give Rena some Facebook love, y'all. Poke. Boop. Elwood's in the house. Love me some Elwood. Dana Trotter sharing everywhere. Thank you, Dana. Mike DuPont. Peggy. Hi, Peggy. Jesse. Darnell Morgan. Angela Tyner. Let me use this other entrance into Facebook to see who I may not have called. Everyone was named except Fawn. I love her name. Fawn. Dear one. Do you have little white spots all over you? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the cave. Tonight we're talking about dis-ease into ease. Michelle, Nori, Pambeal. Hello, everyone in YouTube land. Dana says, hello, Yanava. Back at you. So we're going to get a little more, so to speak, real than we have before in previous hanging outs in the cave. What does that mean? Well, we know ourselves very well to be this meat suit, this body, this bag of bones, this flesh, this ash. It's our human life, and that's very important. It's very personal, and it's very sacred. So we're going to be talking tonight, hi Amy, about why you might be ill, sick, or have a dis-ease or a disease. Yes, Robert, this is the part where you go stark naked in your birthday suit. Hello, Holly. Why are diseases created? First and foremost, it is always diet. Hello, Dora. Hello, Leanne. It's always diet. Jason says, I have 4 friends pass away in the last 6 months. Very sad, but also an awakening to what friendship is. How delicious is that? What's up, Brian Pinlack? So why is disease created? First and foremost, it is diet. Equally, it is your connection to spirit. Because your connection to spirit consciously, you're already connected to spirit and there's nothing you can do about it. Your conscious connection to spirit somewhat acts as a shield or a buffer or grace, if you will. Disease is by diet. Am I choosing this diet because you're choosing this diet because of karmic patterns and you like it? The pattern. You're in the pattern. You like it. You don't want to change. You're comfortable in the pattern. So disease, listen to this. You were loved so infinitely. Your human machine is so intelligent. Hello, Mary. Your human machine is so perfect. It's always seeking balance. Cells automatically want eternal balance. It's in the division, pun intended, of cellular structure that creates the distortions of light that causes one to become ill. At a higher level, the soul sends signals to the individual to say, my mission is to tell you, if you are absolutely aware, to hear what I have for you, and that is, there is an imbalance. And the mind, and if it's in the mind, is definitely in the emotional self. Please correct it, or you can check out early. Very simple. If the individual does not hear what spirit is whispering and healing does not begin to occur, it begins to show up in the mind. First, it's intuition or guidance. Secondly, it comes into the mind. The intention is always the same. And the voice gets a little louder. And says, rather, hello, mic check, 1, 2, 3, is this thing on? Again, I'm sharing with you in another way that you are out of balance, and if you don't correct it, it might cause you issues. Then it starts to show up in the feeling base if the voice is not heard. And you begin to feel things. You're constantly feeling angry? Are you constantly feeling guilt? Are you constantly feeling jealousy? Are you constantly feeling fear? Are you constantly feeling unworthy? All these things are variables. And then if it's not heard on a feeling-based level, the body begins to take over the command where it can no longer be ignored and or denied. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Karen. Tonight we're talking about, hello, Samantha. Tonight we're talking about healing, quantum level healing, spiritual healing from soul to bones. Hello, Carolyn, if I have not announced you. So there's an entire process from quantum level whispering into your spiritual ear to a little bit thicker level, denser level, to the mental capacity. Are you hearing what we're calling out to you? And then the feelings begin to show up often, that you have been getting angry often. And then if it's not heard, the body begins to manifest the dis-ease. Hello, Ricky Vito, Christopher Bingham. So the body then begins to manifest the imbalance that was not heard in the previous attempts. Hello, Jason Hall. Tonight we're talking about dis-ease into ease. Welcome to the cave. Leave your shoes and your religion at the cave entrance, because we're going in trance. Why take your shoes off? Because where you are going, you will not need them. As you tread the ground of your sacred self, it's about becoming holy. It's about becoming whole again. Dis-ease into ease. Why leave your religion at the cave entrance? Because where you are going, when you cross the threshold into the cave of your life, cave dweller you are, when you bring what you think is true or not true, sacred or blasphemous, this, that, right, wrong, in, out, light, dark, up, down, before the presence of the absolute, that all becomes nonsense, and the light simply shatters it. So why carry the backpack of your religion to a place that when you get there, it will serve you none whatsoever? This is how clever the absolute intelligence of the universe is. It's thought of everything you could possibly think. More importantly, it knows everything that you are ignorant that exists. Infinitely. Feel me? Of course you do. Why? How? Because you have a very sharp intellect. Do you want your intellect to be blunt like a knife? Or you want it to be sharp like a knife, so your intellect consciously can be used to cut through any bullshit that's keeping you quagged in mire, keeping you from aspire to something higher. Yes, Leanne, we can be rascals sometimes with our own self. Any thought that you have that does not contain the highest ideal and possibility for yourself is imbued with self-destruction. Any thought that you have that is not of the highest ideal is imbued with self-induced destruction. Because it's not about construction. Welcome to the cave. This is what I call Enter the Cave, this segment. Hello, everyone. This kind of monologue place that introduces us as we all, not only me as a teacher, but you as a teacher. Because believe it or not, I'm staring at this camera. I know you're here. And I'm operating on other levels, feeling you, intuiting you, being with you. My love for you connects me to you, and yours for me to me. And you feel it. Of course you do. What is that unspoken language? What is that unspoken code? You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? Wow. I just went back to a place that I always known exists, and right now in this moment I'm remembering it. Yes, I feel that connection. Stay in the connection. Just always intend to stay in the connection. Use the force, Luke, and draw your well-beingness from the wellspring that is everywhere, inherent in everything and everyone. 4 things you can never change, ever, no matter who you are. You cannot change the fact that you exist. Number 1. You cannot change the fact that all is one and one is all. You cannot change the fact that the only thing that will never change is change itself. What is the 4th one? You can never change the fact that what you put out, you get back. You can never change those 4. You can stomp your foot, you can stand on your head, you can throw a fit and ask your mom for a candy at Walmart, and when she tells you no and slaps you on the butt, you can't change it. So, if there is something you cannot change, obviously to me, listen to this. For your sake, listen to this. If there's something you cannot change, the fact that you exist, you can't change it. All is one and one is all, you can't change it. What you put out, you get back, you can't change it. And the fact that the only thing that never changes is change itself. This has to be universal law. If you could change it, it would be an earthly rule, because when you broke the law, and you went to jail, you didn't break the law, you broke the rule. The fact that you can't change something means it's law, it's concrete, it's spiritual law, it's a law of physics. So why not lean into the program and get it on your side, on your inside, and become congruent with it? Then your life becomes one of least effort. There's no more dis-ease in your life because you're living in the law of ease. How easy is that? That's it. See, most people think God is about sweating and praying and asking and beseeching and please forgive me. It's overshooting your target. It's right here. It's right now. It's in this moment. It's everything that is happening to you and the things that are happening to you that you are even not aware of. That's it. There's your church on Sunday. Your church on Sunday at 9 o'clock is every moment of your entire life. Or you're in the program of ease, or you're in the program of dis-ease. It's best to get into the program before the program gets into you. This is not doom and gloom. This is not warning you. This is not pointing finger. This is saying it's easier than you ever thought possible. It's about stopping the diseased thinking, the diseased attitude, the diseased way of being. Fall back into ease. We're going to move into our next segment. Let's see who's here before we do that. Hi, Mike. Ames. Jason says, highest ideal. Felt the fire in that. All right. Let's see who's here before we go into segment 2. Acknowledging beautiful Lane, though I did earlier. She's a powerhouse. She's a force. Of course. Gré poupon, peut-être. All All right, we're going to move into warrior mode. Hello, Maria Thompson, all the way in Australia, down under. We're going to move into warrior mode. In this mode, if you are interested in participating, whatever it is, it could be a disease, it could be an illness, it could be a short-term sickness. It doesn't have to be any of that. Any question that you would like to pose under the theme of disease into ease, ask. Please keep it no longer than a paragraph. And only do one until I start it over again. So make it your most important one, because I want to get to everyone. That feed will move so fast, people will disappear and I haven't gotten to you. So let's move into warrior mode, where we're going to turn up the fire, the gas, and say, I want some of this bread and butter. I want some of this manna. So I can take in scientific fact, spiritual law about why you may or someone you love is wrestling. Think about that. That word is the perfect word. They're wrestling. They don't have a disease. They are at dis-ease, but they're wrestling with something. Doesn't mean it's solidified. It means you have been called by the doctor to say, you might want to look at this thing that is no longer hiding from you. It's obvious in a physical way as to why you came to me, the doctor of love. They call me. I got the cure you're thinking of. Call me Dr. Love. It's about looking at yourself objectively and honestly, so you can have the best potential opportunity for your well-being. How important is that to you? Warrior mode, we're going to turn up the fire. Ask your question or make your comment. In fact, if you got your shoes on right now, take them off. If you want to get comfortable into a state of ease, while I take this 3-minute break with music that is very important to take you further into your soul, follow the primordial drums. You will line up with the heartbeat of the music. Synonymously, metaphorically, you will align with the heartbeat of your soul. That's all that's required to be healed in the quantum mechanical field. Take your clothes off if you're alone. If you're not alone and the person with you, both of you take your clothes off. It's a way of being vulnerable. It's a way of being vulnerable, saying, I'm exposing my core to a teaching that may help me remove that which has been leeching off of me. Though I may be a host of a radio show, you don't want a host on you gnawing at your soul. You don't want to be a parasite. But what you want is to have these eyes pair up with this to gain true sight. Welcome to the cave. From slave to brave. That way you can be saved and avoid a not necessary early grave. Warrior mode. Stick around. Share with me your question. If you have concerns about something that is bothering you and causing an illness or a dis-ease or one that you may have. See you in a short. Hello, Rachel. Rembert. Wow, it's been years. Hello, Robert Scribner. Do you feel that? Do you feel what that music is doing to you? There's no way you cannot. Likewise, when disease settles into the body, it's trying to get your attention in the same way. It's trying to tell you something. If you don't hear it intuitively as a message from the soul, it drops to the mind. If the mind cannot hear it because it's too fogged up and too cloudy, there's too much monkey business around the mind when its purpose is crystal clarity, it drops into the feeling base, and you find yourself constantly being mad or jealous or insecure or fearful or stressed. Scientific fact, stress causes illness. Scientific fact, everyone knows that. So anything that does not fall under the umbrella of ease is stress. Any thought you have that is not of the highest ideal contains self-sabotage. So every time you have a thought that contains self-sabotage, your cells, your trillions of cells are dividing. And if they are dividing under the governing influence of self-sabotage leadership, the body begins to take on the effect. Now is the time to bring forth any bodily conditions, illnesses, diseases that you may have some question about, because you deserve to be healed through and through. It's never superficial. It's never superficial. Any of your conditions you have, never superficial. Anything that grows on anything has a root. Trees grow on the earth. They have roots. Plants grow on the earth. They have roots. Cancer mires itself deeply in the roots of an individual because of the mindset, the feeling set, and all that stuff. Everything has roots. You have roots. We have roots. We'll call it a family tree that's anchored itself on and into the earth. My curse that ran through my family lineage ends with me. Do you want that kind of healing in your life? This is nothing against my beautiful family. I was a victim of the same curse. That curse ends with me. When you declare inside of yourself that not only am I going to heal myself, the fucking curse ends with me. That kind of fire, as you see around this video presentation, is your saving grace. That's called the divine fire. Radical transformation. Not church on Sunday at 9 o'clock. Not when you die and go to the other side and hope if I was good enough I could see Jesus. If God is love, then it's about developing the love within to the level God is. So healing starts at the quantum level. Notice I didn't say quantum mechanical level. I said quantum level. And then from there, it goes on to the quantum mechanical level. The quantum level is the goop. It's the soup of everything that turns, churns, burns, and yearns to be a something. You, my friend, are that something that takes the guise of the quantum will. Wow! And then on a quantum mechanical level, the machine, the nuts and bolts of it all, begins to move by the will of the quantum field. God, unity. We call it God. We call it Jesus. We call it Nanak. We call it Krishna. We call it Buddha. We call it everything that's good. We call it Source. We call it Creator. Science calls it the unified field, where all energy and information come together. They are exactly the same, and they are speaking about the very same thing. What is that very same thing? That very same thing is a 13.4 billion year old you. Dig that. You're the it. There is nothing else. Hello, Andrea. You're the it. So let me look to see if anyone shared or asking for guidance on something that might have them a hold on them. My brother Jason, let me see if Jason is still here. I hope he is. Jason, boy, what a sexy man he is. Jason is here. Let me see who's here. I didn't announce. Kelly, hi Kelly. Maria, Debbie, Shmole, Andrea Forrest. I've been knowing Andrea. I like Andrea. It sounds older world-ish. Many years. When Facebook somewhat first started, and we have been the best of online sister, brother, friends forever, and I respect her and love her dearly. Dana, Elwood, Rena, all you beautiful, sexy people. So my brother Jason says, I miss the confidence I had with my former job. Our answer is, do what I love, which is art. Reset my mind to me in the most selfless way possible. I love it, bro. And Jason, if I may, because I know I can, and I know you'll let me, I want to change one word that will actually accentuate your point. I missed the confidence I had with my former job. Our answer is do what I love, which is art. And that is one thing you should be doing as much as possible. And in that transition into the love that you are, you gain power. Love is power. I understand practicality. I understand the reality of this world. I get it. Just lean into it ever more often. Reset my mind to me in a most selfless way possible. Here's the word I want to change. Reset my mind, reset my heart. Listen to this. Reset my heart in the most selfish way possible. It should be selfish. Because selfish really means, honestly, since we're in the cave where no lies can be told, it's about me. I'm selfish. I am a human critter. This is about me. How can I make it anything about anyone else if I don't make it about me first? So let's not be in denial, and let's not criticize the word selfish for the beautiful point that it makes. I am a selfish individual, aka self-full. It's about me. I need to make it about me, because in the past when I didn't make it about me, my life went awry, and therefore I have been living in a state of dis-ease because I didn't make it about me. It needs to be about me. My checking account at the bank is about me. And how do I have any currency to give to anyone else if I don't have any funds or any fun in my life to be able to forward it? Make it about you, bro. It needs to be exactly about you and no other. That way, when you give to another sister or brother, yes, Jason, yes, it's about you. And those people who do not get on board with your program, don't sacrifice your integrity. You can, because I understand exchange and relationship and people in life. I get it. But when it becomes the sacrificial lamb of your soul, that price was paid 2,000+ years ago. It's not necessary. You just say, I love you. However we cross paths, I appreciate and honor that. And when we don't, I appreciate and honor that. But I am not going to sacrifice my heart. I'm just not going to do it. All right, let's keep moving. Hello, Vicky. Andrea is next, I believe. Leanne says, I deleted my comment. This is really important. I've always forewarned. Jason, I see you shortly, sir. I have forewarned, and if this is your first time, when you come into this platform, this forum, this arena, whatever you say will be used for you and for others or against you, depending on how you take it. And guess what? If you are butthurt or tender or feel wounded, that is truly sacred ground that you are treading on. Welcome to the cave. So, please, no one, if you would, pause with the typing. Let me get to these. Leanne says, why am I so frozen in my actions moving forward? I try not to feel the fear. Instead, let me know my purpose is to serve others. You know what? Actually, I'm going to, on purpose, not read the rest because I don't need to. I can read in between what is not being said. Because you just said it. Why am I so afraid? I can give you what I think your answer is. But don't you already know that answer? You're the one that just divulged openly, which I respect and acknowledge and say, awesome for you, that you shared with this room. You could have just deleted it and not said nothing. In fact, that's the reason you deleted it in the first place. You don't want anybody to know what you shared. But you caught yourself to say, I'm going to confess that I deleted something about what I am always so afraid of. That's your answer. You saw your guidance. Ask yourself, you know why you're afraid. That's why you deleted it. Walk through it. Step into the fire. Step into the fire and take your clothes off and become vulnerable. Become naked to say, everything that is anything knows what I'm thinking and who I am anyway. And I'm trying to kid myself by hiding. The greatest healing that could possibly happen in anyone's life is to be honest. You're numb because you want to be numb. You're scared to feel because in your days when you were wanting to feel, things were painful. So I'm going to numb myself. Understood. We're a human and we have folly. Now let's move from folly to jolly. Jason says, I've had a disease for a while called Manuka honey. I had a disease for a while. Manuka honey and grace is healing it. Fantastic. I am curious what would heal more powerfully. The very dialogue inspiration, in spirit that I just posed a bit ago before I addressed your thought. By looking at the aspect of the self that is ill. Soul, not really soul, just denser than soul to bones. When you discover that and uncover that, Leanne says the curse ends with me. Robert says, I saw Jesus one of the times I went to heaven during a vision and we had a conversation. Andrea says, if we can solve our issues in the microcosmic field, this is how connected as to why she and I are resonant sister and brother. She says, if we can solve our issues in the microcosmic field, that subtle place of the soul or just below the soul where distortions of light begin to happen. If we can solve our issues in the microcosmic field, then we can solve them in the macro control. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Kelly says, I have some good news. My insurance will cover a new pair of hearing aids, head aids. I am so happy. You deserve it. God bless you, beautiful. You're an absolutely beautiful lady. I love everything that you are, everything that you post. I love your support. Kelly, you are dear to me. Hi, Vicky. Anna Yoga, we're working on getting her on Center of Light Radio. Love it. Pri says, asthma. I have been told I might have this. How do I step more into my truth? As I feel this is the answer, but we're always the one serving and looking for others. I truly don't feel at the time to put myself first, but somehow doing for others. I feel like I am serving self, but why the manifestation of this? Everyone, again, please, I ask you to pause on your comments until I get to you and ask for more. So, Pri, here's the thing. It's not this, and it's not that. At the same time, it is this, and it is that. And you're probably going, okay, what is that? I will tell you. I understand being of service to others is the, not only capital THE, but capital all letters THEE. It's the call of the universe bringing us back home. That is an absolute spirit, the absolute spiritual truth. So it's not a this or a that, but it is. So the first aspect is that's what I need to be doing. Not make it about me. So how do I make it not about me, as we shared with Jason earlier about with making it about me, not making it about me, which makes it about me, which makes it not about me. That's the trick you must figure out. No matter what, first, it is always about you. Because even if you make it not about you, the question turned inward simply needs to be, why am I making this not about me? And guess what lies in the answer to that question? Absolute selfishness. Because I'm doing it because I feel I need to do that. I need to be sacrificial with my life in order for me to feel good. That in turn brings it right back to selfishness. I don't mean selfishness about you bad person, shame on you selfishness. That means it is honest, spiritual truth, factual selfishness. I do things selflessly because that's what I want to do, and that's what makes all of us selfish. Do you understand? So you make it. Hello, Ricky. See if I can pronounce this last name. Ricky Delaschmidt. Hello, brother. Hello, De Vial, Sarah, Lynn Smith. Hi, Shasha. The Carmen and Love Nuggets. So it's really about truly. If in our trying not to be selfish takes us back to being selfish, why not just jump into the selfish experience and milk it for the nectar that it is, and so we can use it as a tool to not only our betterment but for everyone else. So it's about filling my own cup. If I don't have life-giving water in this cup, because I pass it around to everybody before myself in a desert, and I am the source to the well, because I'm so selfish, because I'm so selfless, everyone drinks up the cup, and I don't fulfill myself and go high, drate. Inward is upward, high. Upward is forward. Inward is upward. Upward is forward. Inward is upward. Upward is forward. And we begin this momentum. If I don't hydrate myself, nourish myself, plenish myself, if I die and I am the source of life-giving love for everyone, guess what happens to everyone? We all die. So I don't mean I am the it of it. I'm talking about you are the it of it. Hello, beautiful Sue. I miss you. If you don't replenish your system and give to everyone else first, eventually your fuel is going to run out and you will become in a state of disease, and you will find yourself ill. Thank you, Anna. She says great information. Thank you. So I am doing well, and many upon many blessings to you. I truly miss you. All right, we're going to go to final segment. Let's see what time it is. Right where it needs to be. We're going to amp up the energy. Deville, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm trying. Ask the question, where's the balance, please, Keith? I am sick. I will say that you are not really per se sick. I would say, and you will probably, in fact, I'm sure of it. And if this validates you, send me an exclamation point. When you say, I am sick, what you are really confessing, brave person that you are, going from slave to brave, what you are saying is, I'm sick of things happening in my life, not to my liking or into my state of ease. I am sick of it. Be it like I'm actively sick, like, or I'm just sick of it. Blah. I'm just sick of it. In fact, that's what it means to you. Because you chose the emoticon of someone almost being nauseous and barfing. I'm sick. To a space of wanting to barf about things. Would that be true for you? Deviel. I think I got it right. Deviel. I love it. Love that name. Let me go see this person. And I'm coming to stalk you now. I just added you as my friend. And I see you with a beautiful child with looks like ice cream all over their face. I'm going to love it. Jason says, source is eating me up. Leanne says, thank you, Keith. Always a pleasure. God blessings. Hello, Ricky Chandler. Let's see. Sue, I will get to you shortly, dear. Deviel says, I am sick and tired. I'm sick of giving it all. This goes, see, Jason, what you started? This goes right back to that moment. About taking care of yourself first. As Deviel says, I'm sick of giving everything to everyone. So what is the remedy? Deviel, I don't mean this sarcastically, but actually, I do mean it to be somewhat of being a shit. because I love you as your brother. I'm saying, then don't do it. Why are you doing it? If you're sick of giving all away, stop giving it all away. So you didn't need me to validate and remind you of that. You have common sense, but I also understand that some part of you is so compassionate. You constantly want to give of yourself. That is the diamond. That is the gold. That is the majesty which seems right out of our reach. But it is there because you are doing the right things. You are just not refueling yourself to be able to continue to give, as to why you get exhausted and you want to expire. That's it. You're doing all the right things. They're just mushed up in this non-sequential order. Take order. Be in order. Be in what is called, what is the word I'm looking for? Congruent with when to step in and when to step out. But you have to make sure that you take care of you. You. But I can't wait to get back out there and be validated. I get it. I love that shit as well. But you got to take care of you. My dear sister Sue, Lynn says it's in you. You have to find it. It's only you that know how to get there. Sue says when you are sick, it is your soul telling you that you have inner work to do. Feel what is going on. Absolutely. Dear Lord, that's... Robert says sometimes when we want others to respond in return, and a lot of times they don't. It can be a crushing blow. Deviel says, it's my way. I can't change my love for humankind. You burn out like parasites eating. The Shasha says, give it to yourself first. I am learning the hard way, but it really works. And so now it becomes easy. Peasy. As long as we get out of being greasy and slazy. I'm just being a knucklehead. Dis-ease into ease. It's about stop fighting yourself. Wherever there's a fight inside, there is dis-ease waiting. Gracefully trying to show you a way to be at ease. And if you please, you heed these words, you will find yourself healing on many different levels. It's time to level, not only up, but level in, because inward is upward, upward is forward. Outward is downward, which is backward. Be right back. We go into exit cave mode. Spirit speaks.
Establishment thinks of itself as so sophisticated, and I'm here to tell you it's not sophisticated at all. It's very naive. Because
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਗ ਆਸਾ ਮਹਲਾ ਚੌਥਾ ਸੋ ਪੁਰਖ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਸੋ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਹਰ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰੰਜਨ ਹਰ ਅਗਮਾ ਅਗਮ ਅਪਾਰਾ ਸਭ ਤਿਆਵ ਹੈ ਤੁਗ ਜੀ ਹਰਿ ਸਚੇ ਸਿਰਜਣਹਾਰਾ ਸਭ ਜੀ ਤੁਮਾਰੇ ਜੀ ਤੁਮ ਜਿਆ ਕਾ ਦਾਤਾਰਾ ਹਰ ਧਿਆਵੋ ਸੰਤੋ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਦੁਖ ਵਿਸਾਰਨਹਾਰਾ ਹਰ ਆਪੇ ਠਾकुर ਹਰ ਆਪੇ ਸੇਵਕ ਜੀ ਕਿਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਜੰਤ ਵਿਚਾਰਾ ਤੂੰ ਘਟ ਘਟ ਅੰਤਰ ਸਰਬ ਨਿਰੰਤਰ ਜੀ ਹਰ ਏਕੋ ਪੁਰਖ ਸਮਾਨਾ ਏਕ ਦਾਤੇ ਏਕ ਭਿਖਾਰੀ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਤੇਰੇ ਛੋਟ ਵਿਡਾਣਾ ਤੂੰ ਆਪੇ ਦਾਤਾ ਆਪੇ ਭੁਗਤਾ ਜੀ ਹੋ ਤੁਧ ਬਿਨ ਅਵਰ ਨ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੂੰ ਪਾਰ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਜੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਕਿਆ ਗੁਣ ਆਖ ਵਖਾਣਾ जो सेवें तुद जी जन नानक तिन कुर्बाना हर त्याग हैं तुद जी से चंद जोग में सुखवासी से मुक्त पए जन हर त्याया जी तिन तुति जम की फांसी जन निरपौ जन हर निरपौ त्याया जी तिन का पौ सब वासी जिनसे व्या मेरा हर जीते हर रूप समासी से तन जन हर त्याया जी जन नानक तिन पर जासी तेरी भगत भंडार जी परे बेअंता तेरे भगत सलाहन तुझ जी हर अनेक अनंता तेरी अनेक ग्रह हर पूजा जी तप तपै जपै बेअंता तेरे अनेक ग्रह को समझ शास्त्र जी कर क्रिया खट कर्म ग्रंथा
If you're here for real, to heal, here's the deal. Close your eyes. Breathe like you want something beyond you've never had in your life. Just close your eyes. And if someone's around you, invite them to sit with you. Bring Jesus. Bring Nanak. Bring your deceased grandparent. Whatever makes you feel powerful. Bring that with you into the cave of your heart. Just close your eyes. It's church on Sunday. It's time to go into the mosque or into the temple. You are it. You are the temple of God. So close your eyes. I will lead you into a space. Listen to this. I will lead you into a space where you are literally jumping off a cliff, not only effortlessly, comfortably, with no fear, into the fire. Do you want that? I want that. I want more of it. Close your eyes. Breathe in your deity. Breathe it in with every breath. That is so delicious. The love you know that deity has for you, as to why they laid down the path of light for you, most often, more so than not, with their life. How worthy are you for them to have laid down their life for you? Most often in death, ridicule, being called a fool. They laid their life down for you. How important are you? Breathe with that kind of attitude. Breathe into ease. Get out of your dis-ease, if you please. Keep your eyes closed. Turn up your breath. Breathe deeper. Breathe more intense, like you want something beyond comparison, beyond measure. It is my pleasure to hand you this beautiful treasure. It's called your sacred self, and you are feeling it right now if you are following this meditation. That is what you are feeling. That is what you are dealing with. You're dealing with the ceiling of your own monkey-minded thinking. And just beyond that, just beyond your grasp, which you think you can't reach, is everything you have been reaching for. And it's right there. Stop being hard on yourself. When you're hard on others, they split. When you're hard on yourself, you split. And then you're left in pieces. Hello, Larry. Hello, Chris Levron. Larry Shields. Breathe in. Jump into the fire. What is it you're so scared of? Dying? Guess what? I have news for you. This just in. You are going to die. At least your body will succumb. But your consciousness will live forever. So there's nothing you can do about that. So why not get this angst, stress, unconscious thought out of your way and live your fullest life? If you are afraid of living, what's the thought? You don't have a fear of death. You're afraid of living. You don't die with a fear of death. You die with regret. If you don't live fully, you are already dead.
All souls are one with you. All souls come from you.
Do you feel that space?
Saints
It exists in everyone, and it binds us together.
fly away.
If you don't feel that, and this sounds like just some crazy Facebook, social media bullshit Keith is posting,
Oh Nanak, everyone is in
there is another place that exists inside of you as to why I do what I do.
you are in each beat of
I want that for you. It doesn't have to be on social media. And if you're doing it already, fantastic. And if you're not, doesn't mean you're broken.
summer giver.
There is something that lives inside of me. And if you would, open your eyes now that you've experienced what I'm trying to share with you.
And you are the receiver.
I don't know why. Hello, Lincoln, my bro. I do know why. Because it's time. I have never shared this with anyone. I don't even know what this is about. As to why I'm divulging, I'm going to share this with you. Hi, Mary. Jason says, when you're an axe in someone's life, they split when you are your own axe. Well, hello, Arlene. All right. I am going to fall into something I'm always honest.
Live free and know the roots of death is meaningless. Meditate
I always share my honesty. But I want to, for whatever reason, I went to the bathroom. God always speaks to me when I go to the bathroom. Divine being, people in India will tell you it's common knowledge. You go to the bathroom, you have no agenda except to avoid yourself of toxins, waste. You hear God. On my way to the bathroom,
devotion to you.
I heard, Keith, tell it. So what is the tell it? Give me a second.
All your lovers praise you, my beloved.
Because that being said, no pun intended, I'm going to take this moment to go void my bladder. And I'm going to be back to divulge. No, not that's a word that means something. But I want to use a different word. To share something with you. Why I do what I do. So much so that it actually, and I understand it, can weird people out. Actually, it doesn't weird people out. It weirds them in. And this is not a show-off point. It's not none of that. I understand why people feel that way. And I want to share for the first time ever, since I've been a radio show host and this guy that does these things, I will be so blatantly honest why I do what I do. Enjoy my cave. Welcome to the cave, the metaphorical cave that lives within all of us. Jesus went into the desert, the cave. Buddhist monks go into the monastery, the cave. Yogis in India go into a literal cave. This is your cave. It's about being present with yourself and looking at yourself honestly to say, this does not serve me because it's causing me a great dis-ease. And I want to be in ease. So the 4 things you can never change. You can never change it. So it has to be law, not rules. It's a law. I exist. You can't change that. One is all and all is one. You can't change that. What I put out, I get back. You can't change that. And change will never change. You can't change that. So when you lean into that, and not only lean into it, lean in to it, it becomes your master. It becomes your governing force. Why? Because it's divine law. When I get back, I will share with you something I've never shared with anyone. I may have shared it in different ways and here and there as just being me. But I'm going to dig in. See you in a moment. I love it. Everybody's responding in a very beautiful, poetic, harmonious way. It's not the words you are using. Listen to me. I have something to offer you in a form of easing, massaging, caressing your soul. You deserve it. Hello, Carson Ann. I felt you just come in. Everyone is poetically sharing words. I'm not interested in words. That's just words. I'm reading your words that your mind and or your heart collaboration effort or not have selected. But I'm also feeling which is more powerful and more announcing to me, which would be the empty space. That space that I'm in right now. I am in that space. I literally feel you. And everyone is responding. Some are witty, some are poetic, some are factual, some are insightful. Everyone's plugged in. So let me plug in and share with you which I've never divulged to anyone. That being said, I'm going to get real human on you. Why do I do what I do? I am going to be raw. Let me see who came in. I want to acknowledge those. Oh my God, Keith is going to be raw. I love all the real reasons for it. God, expansion, bliss, everything I can possibly want beyond even what I can imagine. The removal of things that I really don't want beyond which I haven't imagined as to why I have a dis-ease. All those beautiful spiritual reasons to have spiritual seasons of initiation, integration, and graduation into a greater potential, my greatest potential. Because at the core of who I am, who you are, who we are, is the living truth. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was it was God. Your life is the living Word. You are the it. There is nothing else. Jesus is not greater than you. He laid his life down for you. How important does that make you? I'm really starting to understand that. In many different spiritual guises, many different walks, deities of life. I love all that beautiful stuff. I know who I am, soul to bones. I know why I am here. I know my past lives. I know my future potential. I know exactly why I'm here. I allow myself the grace to be in ease of things I do out of monkey-minded human folly. But I've learned, accept, and allow and appreciate myself. So much so that my humanity and my folly, quote, is equally as beautiful and, more importantly, powerful as me being a good boy. Are you living your life that way? That you celebrate your humanity, your life, just being your individuality, snowflake that you are. What is the fingerprint of the gods that live in you you're going to leave behind when you leave this world. I love spirituality. I love doing these things with you. It fills me inside. A lot of spiritualists say, don't seek validation. I want validation. I want it. It's a drug. It's a smack. God smack for me. Well, Keith, there's no well about it. I am tapping into the well spring of it all, so that through the well of it all, I spring into something that is more powerful. And you are validation to me every time you say, Keith, thank you. This is not a stroke. Everyone likes to be stroke. Everyone likes to masturbate, even in your own ego. And there we go. So I'm honest with myself in these ways. But I play in the human arena very seriously, very powerfully, and very unbridled. Is that not what you came here to do? To be your human self fully. So what is human? Hu is Ekankar religion. Hu is God. Man is of the earth. So we came here to be human, God on earth. The divine prophecy becomes fulfilled by you being yourself fully, selfishly, which leads to self-fullnessly. There are other reasons why I do what I do. I want, like you, we all want. Don't be in denial. Denial is not a river in Egypt. Denial can be like dog shit that you inevitably step in because you're constantly looking behind and not forward in your life. And we step into a mess that creates nothing but stink. I understand the game that is being played. Your life is a game. My life is a game. Do you collect $200 as you pass go? Or have you been slapped on your hand by the choices you make? And how you deliver yourself to the world, knowing that you will receive what you get back, what you get out. I love being human. I love my folly. I love being short-sighted. Why? Because it's fun. That sounds like you're making an excuse for your... I really don't care what anyone thinks. I love being Keith. And what I truly enjoy of this world, this plateau, this platform we call Earth, to be an expression of that which is everything. But this is my individuality. I love it. Doesn't make me right. It doesn't make me better. But guess what it does do? It makes me happy, joyful, and peaceful. You don't have to feel bad about your nonsense, your monkey mind, and your folly. Not only is it not necessary, it doesn't go anywhere. It takes you further into the riddle. I love, as a spiritualist, knowing these absolute truths that I can fall inside of myself and become so much so connected to God that I lose so much so of my identity, that the it and I become so unified, there is no distinguishment between myself and the it. I remember times of being so cosmic that I've created worlds. I remember times of being so into my other realities that I remember you. I know that things I thought that were bad are actually so beautiful, provided I know the power and the truth of self-responsibility. I will continue because I want to become naked, vulnerable, before you about why I do what I do. Debbie says, Hue is also one of my favorite mantras. High vibration Hue. Jason says, thank you, brother. Hello, Gisela Kruger. So more on what I have never shared with anyone. Why I do what I do. I love knowing that when I'm truly in my power, in my heart, in my own universe, everyone has their own universe, and all the universes crossfade. But while I'm in my universe, I'm not a sinner. I'm a beginner of a path that I want to create for myself, which is I want what I want, and literally, I mean this word, hear it correctly, because it has power. I want what I want, and God damn it, I am going to get it. If what I want takes me 1,000 years, I am stepping into the first steps towards 1,000 years. And I won't stop until I get what I want. Whether you think that your wanting is of an egoistic nature is irrelevant. Look at the elephant in the room, which is, if that's what you want, then that's what you want, because you are a person or a soul wanting a something. So I am not in denial about what I want to experience in this human endeavor. And forever, I will look at all the variables that will give me exactly what I want as a conscious, deliberate creator. So what is it that Keith really wants? I like food. I like people, love people. I love partaking of the earth in all of its folly. It brings me oodles of jolly. How do you heal yourself? Follow this lead, and at God's speed, when you heed what I'm offering, you, as the embodiment of heaven, the divine qualities, on earth, with your human hue, man-ness, you will coalesce in such a unified field, you will understand the purpose of this life. It's to be a knucklehead. It is. To be just a nut job. Just to have fun. No matter what anyone thinks about you. Provided, if absolute unity with Creator is your goal, that you're not stupid. You're not a fool. You're not crazy. And you're not full of irresponsibility. It's okay to break the rules. You are responsible. But you cannot break the law. And the law is, no matter what you think you can or cannot do, you are not in control. What is in control is called karma, or divine law, or order. And through that karmic law, divine order, is what sustains balance in the universe. And if your life has to be part of a perishing, be it physical, mental, spiritual, or anything that you believe, to uphold divine law, the aspect of what you think is true, you will soon say to you, bye-bye. That's the law. Fall into the flow. I will be right back. Final segment. Dis-ease into ease. Yanava, it has begun. Yah, heart, God, will. Na, mind, intellect, reason, discernment, when the mind is balanced. Va, the backbone, carrying out the will of the heart, God, as we move inward, upward to the mind, which is Na, to the backbone, which is Va. So we create the circular momentum. Tonight's presentation welcomes you into the cave of your life, into you being so serious about yourself, ironically at the same time that you're so light-natured that it's not serious at all. There is a third something. You can be very serious and sincere at the same time, and it gives birth to the third thing, which is what you actually really are. Rock star that you are. Step onto the stage of your life. You may claim, I am ill, I am sick, I am ridden with dis-ease. This is all nonsense. Well, Keith, Spirit, you may say that. From my perspective, it's very real. Understood, good point. You won't be disappointed. But again, that's exactly the platform you are operating from, which Spirit is offering you to step up to another level, into another level, level in, level up. Inward is upward, upward is forward. Be done with that. Put it aside. Be in that place of, I am not ill, I'm transitioning. Whatever that may look like, I am not ill. Things are purposeful. Things are in order for you to go to the future potential of what it is you're truly asking to have happen in your life. But my loved one has cancer. You have been told, and so has the loved one, that they have cancer. What they have truly is a dis-ease about themselves that is beginning to solidify into a physical experience that can be nullified under the adherence of something that can be so life-changing and transforming that they transform themselves to a greater potential of being in ease. That applies across the board. That is the sword of light for everyone. That's what truth is. It applies across the board in every situation. There is no variable to truth. There is no variable to truth. It doesn't sway. It doesn't lean. It's not influenced. It does not rock and roll. Truth is solid. It is the soul. It's unbudging. Ever non-fudging. So really, it's that quiet place. Yes, but the doctor said, hi, Becky. She says, I am glad I joined this night. Totally needed. Hello, June. Carl Laperouse. Jason Hall says he's heard Om coming from the sun. Thank you, everyone. I will be seeing you soon. Yanava. Keith Anthony Blanchard. Yanava. Yanava. Be good to yourself on all levels. Then you would change your dis-ease into ease. And your body, as naturally as you please, will find correction, erection, balance. I love you beyond measure.